Hello, viewers. Greetings to everyone. Today's topic is communication skill, an essential requirement for any businessman that has to grow. Communication is carried out with gestures, body movement, expression, rhythm, tone of voice, etc. Now, these are all the factors that contribute to our communication. All over the world, there are some cultural differences that may sometimes create a room for difference in interpretation. This is what exactly happens. Otherwise, all the factors are universal. There is slight difference in expression of greetings and social courtesies, and it pertains to religious rituals. Otherwise, most of the people, their culture also develops according to the communication skills, and communication skills are dependent on education. This skill is also acquired through training, guidance, and grooming by environmental factors. Now, here the environmental factors are what? Parents, the family, how the person is groomed, how or what social courtesies he has been taught, how inquisitive the person has been as far as his learning is concerned. It begins in very childhood. Communication is of two types, individual and mass communication. Again, it is of two types, that is communication at individual level, communication at mass, with the masses. Politicians, they deal with the masses. They have to somehow keep their audience focused. Individuals use communication for convincing. Again, they have to keep their audience focused. And it is treated as an insult if you are not communicating or attending to communications. Communication is used for expressing love, anger, sympathy, grief, aggression, brevity, motivation. All these factors are needed. All these expressions are required by normal human beings in their day-to-day lives to deal with society and also to deal with the people at commercial level. Communication is a two-way process, expressing and interpreting. There can be a difference in two processes. One is the expression. When I speak, I express. The other side is the listening side. The listener may have different perceptions, so there is a possibility that a communication may be interpreted in a different manner. Here again, the social background of the person and the vocabulary, understanding of vocabulary, that is what makes the difference. The universal language is English. We know this, that all over the world this is most acceptable commercial and social verbal language. Reason, British colonies were there all over the world. So probably it has created some common parameters. People that express in phrases try to keep the option of changing statements to their advantage. Now you would come across in many commercial communities where the people are talking to you in phrases. That is half expression. They wish to keep the option with them to change their statement at later stages. Now, this also depicts how we communicate, also depicts the character of a person. Usually, it has been seen that those who talk in clauses, are more clear in and more effective in expressing themselves, and there is no malice in what they speak. People, those who talk in phrases, it is interpreted by many of the people in the commercial world that they have manipulative tendencies. Here we must try to communicate in clauses. A good businessman will talk in clauses and clear terms. An able communicator has the ability to keep the focus of audience upon himself and has the rich outlook of deriving the communication to climax. Now, an effective communicator, an able person, would be talking to his audience in such a manner that gradually he is able to create a pull or some kind of interest area he's able to build up within his communication. This is a very essential ability for commercial people because they have to deal with customers, with larger groups of people, and to retain their attention, it is important. A distinguished businessman has to deal with financiers, shareholders, managers, supervisors, front level workers, vendors, resource providers, bankers, transporters, customers, etc. Each group uses a different set of vocabulary. Now, if I am a capable person, then I must understand the vocabularies of respective groups. And I should be in a position to stoop down to that level or use that vocabulary mix which makes me most acceptable to the people of the world. So, this is a skill which can be only acquired with education. A businessman cannot sustain without proper education and required exposure. In absence of both, the resources of the organization shift their onus to the learned ones. Now, if you are a part of an organization, you are adequately educated. Whatever resources you have, the organization has, the person is going to have a say. It is the education that is going to sustain the organization. It is the knowledge of the entrepreneur that will sustain the organization. Again, here, money is only the means. A knowledgeable person knows what is the difference in wastable expenditure or waste expenditure and constructive expenditure. This is what an entrepreneur must know. And he can see through a communication where his audience is deriving any kind of discussion. We need to understand these parameters very well when we are dealing in an organization. So automatically it so happens that the onus, the resources of the organizations will shift their paradigm to the learned one. The organization will have to follow that. He becomes the leader. So these values we should be able to appreciate and understand in correct earnest. Our growth doesn't depend only on resources. Quite a bit comes from possessed and acquired knowledge. That is all for now. I hope you must have enjoyed this session and join me in many of my other videos. There is a big number of videos in the pipeline. Don't miss on them. Have a nice day.